Hey guys, so basically this week is pretty much a bunch of like bigger in hauls and stuff like that. I do apologize. I really wanted to do art, but last week I was unable to film a whole bunch of art videos, so I actually just had to like try to grab whatever I could and see if I could come up with like video ideas. And turns out most of it was hauls and figures. So yeah, so originally, I wasn't really planning to do a figure review of this just because my figure reviews are kind of like a side thing and stuff like that, but I haven't been able to like actually do a drawing that I really wanted to do. So that's been set aside. I've been actually trying to apply to different places for like a new job. So these types of things take time and like I was basically really tired today. This week, the week that you guys are probably gonna see this video on, I'm probably gonna feel burnt out this week too because one of our employees got sick. So yeah, I've just been like really burnt out because like she got sick during like before the weekend. So it's just been kind of rough at work, so yeah. But anyways, this is a My Hero Academia McFarlane Toys figure. This is one of the recent ones that they made. It's Endeavor. Yeah, I really just wanted to buy this because online it's been hard to find these, and also I don't like the whole scalping situation for like McFarlane toys, especially for My Hero Academia figures. Um, but yeah, I went to EB Games several times to check if they actually had this one. Endeavor is not a favorite character, but I do want to get as much of the McFarlane Toys figures as possible because I did collect like the main three: Kirishima, Eraserhead, All Might, Ida, and Lemillion. The only one that I didn't get is Ochako because I don't really like her design overall and stuff like that. But yeah, um, Ochako is like not really a favorite character of mine either. So to be honest, I felt okay skipping her. Even though she's like a main side character in the like show itself. So yeah. So this was 34.95 99 in the I keep saying 95 34.99 in EB Games. So yeah, I think EB Games actually turned to GameStop, so um it's now GameStop and not EB Games anymore. um I actually was happy to find this. This was actually in a shelf that was really low to the floor, and it wasn't like something you could just see. So they definitely, like, I don't know why it was kind of hidden. So if you're looking for these in like your local video game store and stuff like that, it might be hard to come across them, like, and you just have to like dig through. Sometimes I find that EV Games and GameStop hide their stuff on like their figures. They put it on the shelf, but then it's just piled behind a bunch of other figures. Like the McFarlane toys are basically, they have the big figures, but they're behind the smaller ones, and it's hard to see. So definitely, if you're going to purchase like if you're going for the 7-inch ones, just make sure you're like digging through the back of like their whole piles to find it, because sometimes it's just hidden, and it kind of bugs me a bit because it's like, okay, it's not up front, so I can't find it, but at the same time that means less people know where to look for it. So if you're like, yes, I really need a figure, and by the off chance GameStop might have it, you can definitely like go and search for it. But yeah, took me forever to actually get this figure. I think it was like 2 to 3 weeks since the time I was looking for it. So yeah. This one doesn't have any, what is it? The actual eye tags and stuff that are like holding it down. The other ones do, so that's kind of surprising that this one doesn't have any. I guess because he's super bulky anyways. So yeah. Trying to take out the stand. The only thing is I don't want to ruin the box, so I am going to actually keep the plastic on and pretend like nothing happened, but I did take it out. So yeah. So here's the stand. It's a matte finish, not super shiny. It kind of looks a bit shiny because my I have like a selfie light here now. So yeah, but that's what it is. And then this is what he looks like. Endeavor is super cool, like the design and stuff. He's just not a favorite because his attitude and like his personality. But I wouldn't say I don't really like. I don't hate him. Hate him. I'm always about like characters getting like redemption arcs and stuff like that. So it's fun to see. It's nice to see like in the anime that they actually are trying to make him like become a better person, like especially towards Shoto because he hurt him the most. So yeah. I say the most, but the most out of his kids, not including his wife. But yeah. Um, so these are kind of like translucenty, like the flames and stuff, which are really nice. His hair is opaque though, so the detail's nice. His eyes are through here. I don't think you can take this. Yeah, you can't take this piece off that they put on his head. I kind of wish it came with another head then that didn't have that, like the hair and everything, like the flame hair. But I guess this is what they did for now. And then the sculpting of his body is really nice, like especially the sculpting of the hero costume. The feet flames are all opaque as well. Not opaque, translucent. So yeah. Here's the back part. There's a bit of like a paint defect here where it's like it's darker for some reason while the other parts are lighter. I think someone just didn't paint this nicely. Again, the quality control seems kind of off, to be honest. A lot of it is like if you can look at the figures in person instead of like buying them online, you definitely should, so that way like you can look through the packaging. This is kind of hard to tell though through the packaging because it's like on the sides and the back, but I guess it's okay. The texturing of his clothing is really nice too. This all is like little specks and stuff. I don't know if you guys can see on camera, but like there's texture to it. So yeah. So the articulation, his head can't really move that well, and I think it's just because the beard, like the fire and everything, and also like is very bulky here. He can move his arm up and down. He can still twist his arm a little bit, but not too much, just because this is in the way, his shoulder pads. You can't really turn these that well. Sometimes the articulation is off with different figures too, because the quality control, sometimes it's tighter and then it's looser on other things. It's just like defects and stuff. So yeah. You can bend his elbow that much. So he's pretty good at bending his elbow. Some of them struggle a little bit, but yeah. And then his hand you can turn all the way around. Same for this one too. It doesn't come with any extra hands and stuff like that, so there's no switchable, interchangeable hands. It's literally just these two and that's it. which is kind of weird because most of the other figures actually come with like different hands or and stuff like that. I don't remember if Shoto comes with different hands though. He might not because he does come with like his fire and his ice powers. So yeah. Um it's hard to move his legs cuz again, this part of his costume, the only issue with having like these types of costumes is that it's like a soft plastic, but it's a plastic, so it's still in the way of some of the mobility, especially because how complex like My Hero Academia like characters are, so it's a bit difficult. But he can bend his leg, but it doesn't bend like all the way up. So yeah. But he bends his leg pretty far back, so it's good for posing at least. His foot can go all the way around, and he does have this part too, like the front toe part that can move. My only fear with this type of figure is that they're gonna make another one that's a variant that doesn't have like all this fire effects and stuff like it on it. Which is kind of like a burden, to be honest, to be collecting McFarlane toys. That's the only problem I had. Like for Kirishima, his hero suit has a black sleeves on it, like for both of his arms, but they didn't come out with that. And then the next like figure they came out was basically the same exact thing, except his arms have the black sleeves painted on. So that's just something. There's also like a new Deku figure, but I didn't really like it. He's super smiley and cute, which I really kind of wanted, but I decided not to get it just because, I don't know, I felt like the smile was a bit too wide, especially it doesn't go with the eyes that they painted on. It was just a bit too much, so it looked a tiny bit creepy. Yeah. But that's the only like downside to collecting McFarlane toys, is just they actually come out with variants instead of giving you all of the accessories at once. Like just give all the interchange, like I'd prefer if they were just all the interchangeable parts that you could move, and you can make it a little bit pricier, like that's understandable, like how Japanese figures do that. But they don't, so that's just a small issue. It comes with this flame, which I do not know where it goes. I think it goes on the back like this. Okay, so I guess you just leave the fire there. So yeah, definitely this is a really nicely sculpted, detailed figure. It's just overall, I'm kind of concerned about the whole, because they added so much fire, if they're gonna do one where he doesn't have his quirk on like this the whole time. But yeah, I probably won't collect a variant of him at all, but yeah. Overall, pretty good. There's not that much defects on this one that I purchased, but again, it depends like on the quality control of everything. So if you're able to purchase this, definitely try to purchase it in person, especially because scalpers and stuff nowadays, it costs so much money on Amazon from what I've seen. So yeah, that's just something I'm not going to like deal with, like buying it online. There's too many scalpers. I absolutely love the detailing of the flame. Um, the flames in his costume. I think there could be a little bit more variance on like the fire effect. Like they could have painted it a little bit more, so that way it doesn't just look like one. It kind of looks a bit like one solid color, like they're all the same color. There's not really any variant to it, like you know how fire is like yellowish tones to orange and red. So yeah, but overall, pretty good. I do like this figure a lot, even though I don't like, I'm not a super fan of Endeavor himself. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully I get to finishing my drawing and actually make the video for it. It was supposed to be like Demon Slayer related, so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!